Hello, everyone. I'm going to talk about a time when I went furniture shopping and mattress shopping. It could either be a nightmare or, a dream come true. I was going to move into my new apartment in 2 months, so I wanted to go look at some new furniture. I went to the furniture store and with two things in mind. I wanted to buy a new mattress, and two, I wanted to buy a new living room set. Those were the two things that I needed the most and that I wanted when I moved into my new apartment. Anywhere you go where there's salesmen and they work off commission, it's intimidating. So I knew it was going to be intimidating going into this furniture store alone. So I asked my best friend to tag along with me. Of course, she said yes. So before we opened the door, you can see all the salesmen lined up waiting to approach us as we set foot in the door. We were greeted by a nice young man, and he asked us for our names, which I thought that was nice because usually they'll just say, "Oh, what are you looking for?" Not really ask, what our names are or how we're doing. He then asked if we were looking for anything in particular. I told him I wanted to browse the store first to take a look around, and if I had any questions, I'd call him over. He said that was okay, and that he said that he'd give me my space to look around. I'm not sure if I used a tactic in that situation, but I felt like at that point, like I had the upper hand. Like he wasn't guiding me through the store. I was actually walking around alone in the store. And, to show him that he was my salesman, when I was walking around the store, there were so many other people who were like, "Are you being helped? What are you looking for? Are you being helped? Who's your salesperson?" And I would say, "Randy's my salesperson." And then, they would automatically just leave me alone at that point. But yeah, salesmen work off commission. So I felt like they almost had to give us the time and space. If he wanted to make the sell, I needed my time and space. So after looking around the store, I found a mattress that I loved, and then I found a living room set that, I couldn't resist. Like I loved it. I thought it was going to be perfect. So they were both in my price range, and I was dead set on paying cash for them, not financing anything. I didn't want to finance nothing. I called Randy over and told him to go ahead and write the ticket up. These were the two things that I loved, and this is all I wanted. So, they were in my price range, I told him. At that point, he said, "Okay, but let me show you something else." I felt at that point, that's when like the bargaining part of the situation started to come into play. So Randy insisted that I take a look at another mattress. He started at the high price point mattress that was like $5,000 and then worked his way down, which I thought was a great sales tactic on his part. But I stuck to my guns and I told him I was not willing to go over 2,500. Like that was my budget. He told me that they had a great promotion going on, 60 months, no interest, which is great if you're looking for like $10,000 worth of furniture, but I just needed two things. And he said if I go to the higher price point mattress, my payment would be no less than like $85 a month. I still had some resistance. I said that sounds nice, but I don't want to finance anything. I just don't. And I was proud that I stuck to my guns and I stuck to my budget. And in the end, it all worked out perfectly. I love my mattress and I love my living room set as well. So in this situation, I felt like I experienced for both me and the salesman, we both had our mindset on what we were going to do. I had a set price of $2,500 to spend, and I wasn't willing to budge and go a penny over. And, the salesman, Randy, had his mindset that I was going to finance the furniture. Because in his mind, once I get approved for finance, sky's the limit with the sell. I can go from a $2,500 budget to a $5,000 because I went ahead and financed, which is, I didn't want to do that. Both me and the salesman used a distributive bargaining process in the situation. I had my view, which was the buyer view of negotiation, and Randy had his seller's view, which was to negotiate whatever my price point was to go higher. so he can make a higher sell. So all in all, I had a great buyer experience. I can't say that it was the best, and I can't say that it was the worst because I've had way worse experience than that. Randy, he wasn't pushy at all. Yeah, I felt like he was, I take that back. I felt like he was pushy, but not in an aggressive way, if that makes sense. Um, he just wanted me to explore all my options, which I appreciated. Like he told me, all the promotions that I had going on. Um, in the end, I felt like my approach was the best way to take. And at the end of the day, like, when we were writing it up, I had asked Randy, is there a discount for buying the furniture all cash? Because I know at this other furniture store that I went to, they were willing to give me a cash discount. He said, absolutely, I'll give you 25% off for buying all cash. So in the end, I actually went under my budget. I didn't go over my budget, which was awesome. And, I kind of take that as like a win for me in the negotiation process. But that was my experience, and it was a great experience overall, like I said. Hello, everyone.